So, today's video is a PSA to all the kitties out there who do not dress appropriately for the weather. There is a way to be warm and look cute at the same time, hence this video, so I hope you guys enjoy it. A lot of these things you may know, but you may have forgotten, so embrace the winter weather and deal with it because this is where you live. I live in Toronto, Canada, and this year the weather hasn't been too bad, but I'll give you an idea of it on the screen. I thought of 6 tips to help you guys out, so hopefully this goes the way I planned. First theme is to layer player. Layering is so essential in the winter. I cannot stress this enough. And I wanted to help you guys do it without looking too bulky. Thermals are so essential, but I don't think everybody has them in their wardrobe, to be honest. One of my favorites are the crew neck ones from Old Navy. Slip this underneath a sweater and you are good to go. Literally, you feel so insulated and warm and no one can tell that you have it on. If you don't plan on wearing a long sleeve that day, you can wear the cami thermal versions. I really like the ones from Garage, but that one is in the laundry right now. Not gonna lie, a few years ago they used to be a thicker knit and a lot warmer. They kind of cheaped out on us. I don't know. For now, the Garage ones are one of my favorites. Another good layering tip is to wear leggings or tights underneath your bottoms. For leggings, generally I find this works a lot better for looser bottoms, so I'll layer them underneath some boyfriend jeans, underneath some culottes, underneath joggers, and it works out so well and your legs just are so insulated. You can buy the thermals to go underneath your bottoms as well too, but I find that stores usually make long johns, that's what they're called, for men as opposed to women. I don't know, I don't come across them often, but I think it's because women generally wear tighter bottoms. Maybe that's a reason why, I don't know. But pairing leggings underneath your bottoms are just so amazing and keep you super warm, especially if you get the leggings with that like fleece lining inside. Oh my goodness. If anything, you can always take a pair of wool tights and slip those underneath a pair of skinnier fitting pants or skirts, and if your pants are super tight, you can take the thinner tights that are kind of more like a stocking. The next layering tip is to embrace fleece. I had a wonderful time working at Old Navy for 5 years, and fleece was probably one of my pet peeves. Like sometimes when you touch it, it feels really weird. I don't know. When you put it on your body, it's an amazing layering piece. With Old Navy, they make these fleece pieces. They have like the half zip hoodies, the full zip. I prefer the full zip because they're amazing to layer underneath coats. So it depends on what coat you're wearing. If you're maybe wearing like a windbreaker, you can get this sleeveless one and pop that underneath there, and pretty much no one will know. I also have the long sleeve version as well too, so if I'm wearing maybe like a wool coat that day and I just want an extra layer of warmth, pop that underneath and you will pretty much not see anything. It's just so amazing. They keep you so insulated, but when you go inside you really have to zip down because it is quite warm. The last layering piece is to wear wool socks. Now, it is super hard to find wool socks. I don't know what it is. I know wool in general is more expensive. I came across this brand. It is called Glen Muir. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I was talking to one of the ladies at the Bay about it, and she's like, this one has 10% merino wool. The rest is acrylic. But pretty much she was suggesting just to look for a hiking sock. If you look for a hiking sock, those are meant to keep your feet super insulated. If you look for a hiking sock with some merino wool in it or some wool in general, then your toes won't freeze off like Leonardo in The Revenant. I got this pair from the Bay. You can also find this brand in Winners as well too. She told me to check them out. And then also you can go to sporting stores like Sporting Life, wherever they would sell like hiking gear. My next tip after layering is blanket scarves. Oh, you kind of ruined the moment. You guys know how much I love these things. I get mine from Aritzia from the Wilfred brand. This is like the most classic diamond mosaic one, and I just recently picked up this. You guys may have seen this in my haul. They're 100% wool, so they just keep your neck really warm, and there's different ways I style this. Yeah, if you got this far in the video, just a heads up, I will be doing a how I style blanket scarves video. The way I like to wear them in the winter time to keep myself warm, I call this one the neck brace. I feel like it keeps you the most warm. Your neck is in there, your chin is in there. hey, you can get that thing up to your eyes sometimes. So I think these are so amazing and worth the investment. So worth it. The next tip I have is to love and embrace the parka. To be honest, I'm more of a wool coat girl, but on some days a wool coat just doesn't cut it. When it's negative 30 degrees outside, you need a down-filled parka. I say shop around. It might take a year or two to find the perfect one, but I finally found this one. My mom actually found it for me, from the brand Katie. I love the fur on the hood. It just looks so luxurious. Like, I don't know if that's real. My mom bought this for me. I think she paid around $200. It was like on sale for like half off at the end of the season. But yeah, that's another tip. If you're looking for a parka, look at the end of the season, almost pretty much around this time, and you can probably find one for a good price. And it's just a plain black parka. I feel like your first parka, you should start off with black. I started off with gray and I ended up not liking it. So I'm so glad that I have the black one just to go with all my outfits. Definitely need a hood on your parka. And definitely make sure your parka has one of those wrist cuffs just so that the wind doesn't get up your sleeve. Yeah, and just look for little neat features like pockets on the inside to hold different things. Your parka should pretty much mimic your bed and be able to be on your back all day and keep you super warm. So the Katie ones I really like. The Macaj ones are also really beautiful, but if you don't want to fork up that much money, they also have like a sister brand, I believe, called Soya and Koi, and they make some beautiful jackets as well too. And I think you can get their parkas on sale around this time of the year. Next tip I have is to have fur-lined boots. If you live in Canada, you, your grandma, your dad, your mom, your auntie probably have these, but they're so essential, especially when it gets really slushy outside and you don't want to ruin your beautiful leather boots. There are ways to dress them up. I know a lot of people have the slipper looking Uggs, but to be honest, water can seep through those so quickly and they're not worth it. So just spend the money on the actual rubber soled ones. Yeah, and they just have sheepskin inside of them, so they're super warm. I know some places also make a little more fashion forward boots, like leather boots with the fur inside. I know Massimo does that, but what I found out is actually UGG makes the sheepskin insoles to put in their boots, or you can put them in another boot as well too. I believe the brand Hunter makes them as well. What you can do is take one of their sheepskin insoles and then pop them inside like a leather boot, just so I guess you get more of like a stylish look, but you still have your feet warm. And also remember, you can wear wool socks as well. Just keep in mind those insoles will make your boot fit a little more snug. I have this leather black boot here from Zara. I've had this for years. This is like my go-to winter boot. I don't care if slush gets on it or whatever. This boot has stretched out on me a bit, so I can fit a sheepskin insole inside of them. So I think I might pick one of those up. Next tip is to opt for thick knit wool coats or sweaters. I said it. If you can, do a wool blend, but try and aim for 100% wool. Yeah, I just love this one so much. It's just super chunky and oversized and so snugly warm. It's like one of those pieces that I can easily layer with that thermal I had showed you guys. Sweaters especially, like taking the name, sweater, sweat her. You better sweat, girl, honestly. All of my wool coats, I do pick them up from Judith and Charles, and when they go on sale, they're actually like a decent price. They have really on-trend wool coats, and most of them are pretty much 100% wool, so you don't have to worry too much about the blend. My last warm tip is to have turtlenecks be your best friend. Black, I have one in gray as well too. Chunky knit turtleneck from J. Crew. I picked this up about a season or two ago, and this one I believe has some alpaca and some wool, so it's a blend, slightly cropped, so on trend. You can layer that with like a silk blouse underneath. Yeah, I just love these things so much. They act like a scarf and a sweater in one. You can't go wrong with turtlenecks, man, especially when they're chunky knit. I have a few style tips for you guys. The first one is to balance out your winter gear. If that day I'm wearing my down-filled parka, I'm probably not gonna wear my sheepskin UGG boots. I just feel like it's too much, and just to balance out the Eskimo vibes, just wear your parka with a pair of leather boots and wear some wool socks just so your feet are still warm. If you're gonna wear your sheepskin UGG boots, honestly, just wear it with a trendier wool coat and it's a good balance out. Also balance out the Eskimo vibes with a pair of leather pants. If leather pants are really tight, you can pop some tights under there to be warm as well too. I just feel it kind of gives like an edgy but cozy feel at the same time, and it's honestly such an amazing balance. Another good style tip that I have is to embrace the leather glove. I just did this the other day. I think with a black wool coat or your parka, these look amazing, and you don't have to embrace the mittens because I just feel like a little child when I wear mittens. But yeah, so I picked up this pony hair from French Connection. wrap your blanket scarf up into a neck brace and make sure it covers most of your face just so the wind isn't whipping you. And you don't have to wear one of those scary ski masks. I say that now and then someone does it on the runway for Fashion Week, so who knows. I don't know why people go clubbing in the wintertime unless it's someone's birthday or you're celebrating something huge. Please cover up your legs. Don't freeze. Please don't freeze. Wear a pair of thigh-high boots. They still look sexy, but your legs are still covered up. You feel me? You guys may have seen the pair that I bought in my last haul. I did return them just because I don't go out that much. But yeah, if you guys can handle a pair of boots like that, that would be amazing to go clubbing in or whatever events you have. If you guys have any comments, suggestions, or tips on how to stay warm and stylish, leave them in the comments down below. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more of me, and definitely follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter to see more of my inside daily life. Stay tuned for the next video where I will feature 3 cold weather outfits. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you so much and take care. Bye.